Hello, gods and goddesses and gods. I'm back again. My name is Goddess Loa, and I'm here to talk today. I have a little bit of lasers on my face, so I hope you don't mind. I wanted to keep the lighting a little bit fun for you guys. So, today I'm here to talk about motivation, inspiration, and discipline, and how all of those things kind of come into play when we're making goals, and how important it is for you to consistently show up for yourself. And, you know, so it's like when we're going through times when we feel inspiration, it's really easy to like make all these goals and have all of these ideas. And so it's really good to make goals when you're feeling inspired and when you have, those like natural energies that they're like pushing you somewhere, and to kind of like hone those in and use those feelings to create your goals. And when you do that, you kind of have a guideline more of um, how you can show up for yourself consistently through discipline, and you can use the motivation from the inspiration to like implement some of like the disciplinary actions you're going to be making. But there's not every single day are you going to be waking up and feeling the same energy of inspiration and motivation. And that's where discipline really comes into fruition, of importance. And that's also where you having had broken down during your inspiration and during your motivation, this is how I can show up no matter what, no matter how I'm feeling. And then when I'm feeling better, this is how I can build upon that, right? So I think that's so important. So something that I'm working on personally, um, I did hot yoga for like 10 years. A few years ago, hot yoga saved my life. I went through a very traumatic event, which we may discuss later when I start to kind of open up things about my journey and where I've been and how I've gotten to where I am now. Um, but I noticed after a while, because I used hot yoga as such a meditative way to do energy work. And I did it so often, and it was such a discipline. But I wasn't getting physical results after I started to plateau after a while. And I decided that I wanted to like gain more strength and flexibility. And I was researching it. And apparently, by just stretching a muscle, you're not really going to get the gaining of the flexibility. It's actually a lot more important to activate that muscle within the stretch with like resistance and isolation. And so, and also, I just really liked the girls who had the Pilates bodies, you know, and they have like the tight toned arms and like their waist is like pulled together. And I'm just like, how do you guys do that? And their butts are so just like, I'm just like, how do you guys do that? So I decided to kind of move away from something that has benefited me for so long, and start a new discipline. And I actually chose to commit to 365 sessions of Pilates, reformer Pilates. And the reason why I chose 365 is because there's 365 days in a year, and I'm not saying I have to finish my thing in a year. It's just I still want to do it 365 days. There's 365 days in a year. There's 365 levels to heaven, apparently. There's all sorts of numbers and reasons why 365, the number, is kind of like a cycle, a transformation, whatever. And so I just kind of chose that. And and my goal is just to go as often as I can, right? So it's like my first thing in the morning, every single morning. This is what gives me structure. This is how I prioritize myself before work, before everything else that I have to do in the day, family, friends, creative projects, anything. My main goal every day is to wake up and the first 2 hours are mine. And that's where, well, they're not really totally mine because if they're mine, I'd be sleeping, but they're for me. I make myself get up every morning. I shower, brush my teeth, eat food, put on my makeup, do my hair, put on clothes, and then I go to my Pilates, which doesn't cause a sweat or anything. So I can like kind of keep how I, got ready for the day. And then I can go on to do whatever I need to do that day, whether it be I have to go to work, whether it be I'm going to be doing, more goddess discussions, whether it be I'm doing creative projects like I did last night, which I might show you guys a little sneak peek of on the cover of this video. Because I'm trying to figure out, my camera isn't letting me upload my pictures that I'm trying to like take like stills of the videos. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do it. And this is also part of my discipline, by the way, this YouTube thing, which is why I even talked about that today, but we'll talk about that later. Let's go back to the Pilates thing. So I'm doing 365 classes of Pilates. My main goal is to do it every day that I can. Okay, so usually that ends up about being 5 days a week, 20 days a month. So with those numbers, it'll take me about a year and a half to do 365 sessions. With this discipline, like it's part of a goal of general health, well-being, prioritizing myself, and also elevating myself to a level where I can be the very best version of myself. Because if you see something in someone else and you like that, and you feel in any way, even if it's not in a bad way, envious or like, oh, I really like that. Like, I wish I could do that. That means there's something in you that can do that, you know? And so when I like see some really inspiring dancers who are older than me and who didn't start dancing or training or whatever until they were a couple of years younger than me, and I'm like, I can do anything. I can change my body composition in 7 years, which we'll talk about that one day. Like, you're totally a whole new cellular person after 7 years. And I'm like, I want to condition my body to be able to dance and express myself and my feminine freely. I want mobility. I want agility. I want grace. I want to build strength and stability and foundation within myself. And it's like all of these things that I can do physically with Pilates and prioritize that every single morning, first thing, that spills out into my life. Building foundation, prioritizing myself, strengthening my balance, mobility, grace, flexibility in life, flexibility in my brain, being able to have body and mind alignment, prioritizing that every single day. It's doing more than my yoga did for me. Well, I can't say that. Yoga saved my life, and I'm so grateful for that. And I kind of got stuck in the healing for a while, and I'm so glad that I was able to come out of that, and realize that I don't need to heal forever. I can start to build, but how do you build? By showing up consistently through discipline. Taking heed and note from the inspiration that we have, and acting through that inspiration and intention, even when we're not feeling that inspiration through discipline, that builds up. Even if what you think, you're doing is impossible, I promise you it is not impossible. Nothing is impossible. Have you seen that meme that's like, they say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day? You know, I have a vision of me creating a community on this channel of newly awakened, inspired minds who are looking for guidance and real life practice to a real life implementation to spiritual ideas and understandings and awakenings. I hope to one day have this chat full of people who are discussing with me and each other ways to embody their goddess and God energy, and how we can work symbiotically to work together to build and create and build and create and build and create and build and create and go bigger and bigger till we're dancing. You know? So part of that is me showing up here as often as possible in this energy that I know I need to be in and I know I need to share. Goddess Loa is obviously an alias, but it's something that I've truly, 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 truly taken a long time to come to and embody. And I know I need to share this energy with the world, with people who are looking for me and each other and a community and elevated discussions and creatorship mentality, accountability, inspiration. That's what I want this channel to be. So I'm just going to keep showing up here as often as I can, going live as often as I can, just with different topics, different discussions, through inspiration and through discipline of just showing up, putting my intention out there, and believing that one day more people will be here to discuss these things with me and teach me things, because we are all each other's teacher. I want to co-create a reality where we're encouraging growth amongst each other. And I know it's going to take some time because I don't have anything negative here. I'm not going to talk a lot of shit. I'm going to hold people accountable and encourage them to embody their highest self and in their respective masculine and feminine, and teaching what that is. But I also teach an ebb and flow and encourage you to do what's right for you. But understanding what the masculine, what the feminine is, the respective roles, and how they symbiotically feed each other is so important. And if you're not ready to embody whatever role, that's okay. You're going to have a different role. I can still encourage you to embody your highest self and get in more connection with yourself. And then maybe when you do that, like me, you might realize, oh, shoot, I think I want to have a different role. I think I want to create something a little different. You know? So, honestly, that's what I wanted to talk about today. And so this little video is kind of me just doing that between my Pilates and my goddess work. Those are the two things that through inspired action. I'm going to be doing through discipline. And that's what we're doing. So you can do it with me. What can you do for yourself? What's your inspired idea that you are either ignoring or feel like you're not ready for? What is your inspired idea? What do you want? Have you asked yourself that lately? What do you want? I want so many things. I also remember when I wanted exactly what I have right now. So it's good to want things, but it's also good to be so grateful for what you have and recognize how far you've come and be grateful, but not complacent because we're always have more to do. We always have more to achieve. You know, it's a balance. Celebrating your wins, but also striving to always become better. One of my goals is to be a Porsche driving, Pilates doing, hot mom with a husband that adores me and funds my lifestyle so that I can be a mom and be a creator and live my best life. So I might as well start doing Pilates so I can do my part in that. After 365 Pilates classes, I think I'm going to have manifested my husband. So we'll see. Stick around to find out. And if you're going to be mad at me for wanting to be a Porsche driving Pilates hot mommy, you need to look at yourself. Because I'm just saying what I want. Okay. I'm not saying that you have to give it to me. Okay. So, all right, you guys. Well, on that ridiculous note, I just want to encourage you to ask yourself what you want. When you're inspired, kind of hone it in and break it down and how you can show up for yourself even when you're not feeling like showing up or really creative or really inspired. Something that you can do consistently that will build and no matter what, positively impact your life and overflow. What can you do? My thing with yoga when I was like really in a healing stage, it was like in Shavasana, I would like work so hard, I was really working with masculine and feminine energies, So in the workout part, I would like work out so hard and like exert all my masculine energy and like do the work. And then at the end, I would just completely let myself relax and just undo energetic stuff and then let it go and then call in a lighter, fresher energy, allow my highest energy to be through me. And I attracted things to me that helped me level up and helped me get unstuck. And it was a relationship and it didn't work out, but I'm still so grateful that I attracted that to me. And now I'm past this and I'm past this plateau and I'm breaking through on this whole new level. And I'm using this thing of Pilates to help me build that, you know? So, and to help me like consistently do something that expresses both physically and energetically, because everything you do is physical and energetic. Everything is energy. You are just a bundle of energy with matter attracted to it. So, everything you do with your energy is exactly going to like make you look. It decides how you look, how you feel, how other people see you, how other people act and feel around you. It's all about you and your energy and your thoughts and your beliefs and your habits. So like honing in on like my morning routine plus workout every morning in the past few months has helped me change my life. My life started changing immediately When I choose myself, consistently show up for myself, it bleeds over into your life. Always. I have so many different goals, but I found one thing that's gonna help me build into so many other things, and I prioritized that. I chose myself, I trusted myself, and I just went all in, and I love it. So, yeah, you guys. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a night, but it was so good to see you, and I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you choose to allow your highest, most embodied creatorship, expressive self to flow through you and go and make the day yours. And if you can't really make today yours, start figuring out how to make tomorrow yours. Okay? All right. Bye.